Most people spend their entire lives avoiding one thought. They change the subject. They stay busy. They scroll. They consume. They do anything to avoid thinking about it. Death. And yet the Stoics, the most psychologically sophisticated thinkers in human history, thought about death every single day, on purpose, with discipline, and it made them freer than almost anyone who has ever lived. This is why Stoics never fear death, and how that single shift can change everything. The Stoics had a practice called memento mori. Remember that you will die, not as a morbid obsession, as a daily tool for clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote about death constantly in his private journal, not because he was depressed, because he understood something most people never grasp. The awareness of death is the most powerful antidote to the triviality that consumes most human lives. When you know you will die, really know it, not just intellectually, but in your bones, the petty argument loses its power. The opinion of someone who doesn't matter stops mattering. The hour wasted on nothing becomes unbearable, and the things that actually matter become urgent. Death, for the Stoics, was not the enemy of life. It was a teacher. Epictetus was born a slave. He had nothing, and yet he was one of the freest men who ever lived. His secret was simple. He had already accepted that everything could be taken from him at any moment, including his life. When you have nothing to lose, you have nothing to fear. And when you have nothing to fear, you are completely free. Most people live in a constant low-level terror of losing what they have. Their status, their comfort, their relationships, their health. That terror is invisible, but it controls everything. Every decision, every compromise, every moment of self-betrayal. The Stoic answer is radical. Practice losing it all in your mind before life takes it from you. Not to become detached, to become free. Seneca wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we had come to the very end of life." This is not pessimism. This is the most practical philosophy ever written. When you live each day as if it could be your last, not with panic, but with intention, something extraordinary happens. The unnecessary falls away. The essential becomes clear. You stop postponing the things that matter and start doing them now. Seneca didn't fear death. He used it as a compass, and it pointed always toward the present moment and the people and work that actually mattered. The Stoics understood something that modern psychology is only now confirming. The denial of death costs more than the acceptance of it. Terror management theory, one of the most important ideas in modern psychology, shows that most of human behavior is driven by unconscious attempts to avoid thinking about death. We build monuments, we chase status, we stay busy, we conform. All of it, at some level, is an attempt to feel immortal. The Stoics chose a different path. Instead of running from death, they walked toward it. They looked at it directly, they made peace with it, and in doing so, they were freed from the invisible terror that controls most human lives. You will die, everyone you love will die, everything you have built will eventually disappear. And that is not a reason for despair. It is the most powerful reason that exists to be fully alive. Right now, in this moment, doing what actually matters. The Stoics didn't fear death because they had already chosen life, completely, without reservation, without postponement. That is the freedom they found, and it is available to anyone willing to look at the one thing most people spend their whole lives avoiding. If this gave you something useful, subscribe. The books that inspired this video are linked below. See you in the next one.